All right, had to put my head up, guys. Hey, guys, happy Thursday. Namaste. God bless. How are all of you? You know what today's national day is? I mean, you guys...
You've got mail.
Echelon of age remember the old Ozzy thing that happened many moons ago. He sat there at a record meeting when he was getting back into the business, and his wife... Sharon brought in this beautiful dove, and what did Ozzy do? He was so inebriated he bit the head off the bitch. It actually helped his career. But today's National Day of Animal Cracker Day. Yep. And how many of you carried around that little circus box growing up like I did? And what did I do? Before even Ozzy got the notoriety, I used to bite the head off all the little heads of the animals and line them up on the ground, man. So yeah, I had issues growing up, but I coined the phrase, I did it before Ozzy did, and I admitted it. So if you guys bit the heads off your animal crackers, good for you guys. But today's segment, what perplexes me, and this, why do people... And believe me, my life completely changed when I became observant instead of a participant in life. When I started to observe life in ways, instead of jumping into the pool and conforming like everybody else, I've kind of followed my own motto, which is not in the quote box, but it's one of the words I'm going to feature tonight. And following your motto of who you are in life is really... It shows who you are now because it's your personality. It's who you are as a person. And if you guys know anything about basic neuroscience, your personality is what creates your personal reality. So if a lot of stuff is happening in your life, realize what kind of personality are you emitting to attract that personality and that personal reality to you. And it always perplexed me. Why do people belittle others? Why do people slander others? And I'm just sitting back and I'm eating the popcorn and I'm thinking to myself, this person is gradually going to actually destroy themselves and probably are destroying themselves even before they verbalize their thoughts. And this is what drove me in a lot of ways to change my own ways, because when I started to observe who I was, and I started to understand who I was as a person, what was going on out there, I knew was detrimental to who I was as a person, because I was starting to become it. And for you guys out there who are just not happy, and you don't feel right, and you don't feel like life is happening the way you want, you gotta look in the mirror. As Socrates said, and this is where the idea for tonight's show came. It was supposed to be for last night, but we're kind of just went all day for me, and I had to grab my pillow when I got home. It didn't work out for me. But Socrates said this, and this is 399 BC. That's before the life of Christ. This guy understood the philosophy and understood how the mind works even before there was a book about it. He must have been born with this shit. As far as I'm concerned, this guy is the god of philosophy. But think about this. He wrote, the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not fighting the old, but only building the new. And his motto, my motto, by the way, motto is just, how should we say, a short expression of guiding principle. Mine is be the best you and all good will come back to you. That's my karmic way of living. It's helped me change in so many ways. His philosophy was most important. What started the whole process for me was know thyself. When people really think they know themselves, and I'm not belittling anybody, but honestly, the reason why I do what I do and I love doing what I do is I hate it. I hate using the word hate, but the only thing I hate in life is I hate to see people hurt themselves. I hate to see people going out there and using others as a mental punching bag for their pain. Hurt people kind of thing. And to me, this always drove me to think, and this is when I started to observe life instead of participating in life that way, because I knew it wasn't me. It never has been. I conformed that way many moons ago, and then I said, wait, I'm not this kind of person. It just doesn't feel right. The point I'm getting at is, what starts that change? How can we actually change our personal reality. And when you're up against a battle every day, and it literally is a battle, sadly, because 90% of your thoughts, 90, literally, this is a proven fact, 90% of your thoughts, my thoughts, our thoughts per se, are from the day before, the year before, 10 years before. 90% of your thoughts are what happened the day before and beyond that. And we're living by that. That's basically the subconscious mind. We're not using that 10% of our conscious mind, our deciding mind, our thinking mind. We're only using the storehouse of the mind, our experiences, which has shaped our personal reality because of who we are as people. And when you start understanding this and you start realizing you have the power to flip that shit, but all you got to do is flip your thinking and start living in the 10% conscious way of thinking, hence deciding on who you're going to be, deciding what your motto is, deciding who you are as a person. Because once you decide, once you realize who you are as a person, you are going to change everything around you. The negative can't stick to a positive mindset when you start using your conscious mind and deciding who you are as a person. And most importantly, same thought, same feeling, same manifestation. That's basically what you're getting every day. That same person with the same feelings that happened months, years, and decades ago equals the same manifestation in your life. When you change that, you change your life. But how do you change it, Jer? I don't know, Jer. I've got many personalities here. But the point is, how do you change it? You find out who you are. What Socrates said, when you know thyself, you become thyself. Because when you realize what you don't want to do, you realize what you want to do. It sounds so hairy-fairy, but they even spoke about it in Scripture. I mean, these guys, I'm going to break down one for you guys. This is how they spoke esoterically. In a way where it's almost like lawyers speaking to clients. They had their own verbiage back then, and they spoke different ways. But if you really break down the words, they were warning us thousands of years ago, and Socrates was warning us even before that your personality shapes your personal reality. And this is how they said it in Isaiah, buried way down in 65:17. Think about this. I'm going to grab my staff here. This is my staff here. Behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former things shall not be remembered or come to mind. I'm going to break that down for you, meatballs, like I had to break it down for myself. Behold, as I see, I create new spiritual states and a new earth. A new what? Reality. This is the beauty of understanding the language back then. They knew that if you think one way, you're going to create that way. They understood that energy is everything. Energy is, they built structures around that stuff, and they understood that, but they spoke in ways that people took the wrong ways. It's really simple to change when you become observant of life instead of a participant in life. In other words, you don't get involved with things you don't want to be or don't want to be at. You don't conform. That's why they warned us. Do not conform to this world. That's what they were telling us. Don't get involved with the water cooler shit. Don't get involved with people who you know aren't right or just getting in your life because you're eventually going to become that and wonder why your life is a mess because you don't know thyself. And here's a quote that'll really help you guys. That this basically will solve the whole equation I just pointed out to you guys in many different formats here. Out of the quote box tonight, the things you are passionate about are not random. They are your calling. That's all you have to worry about. Worry about what you're passionate about. That's the reality you want to create. That's the personal reality you want to create from. That's the personality of who you are. And if you only focus on what you're passionate about, that's it. No more conforming, no more doing anything, no more following the water cooler, the herd, or slandering people. If you start following this way, you are going to bring yourself so much peace in your life. And that's basically all I wanted. I wanted peace of mind. from all the shit that happened many moons ago. How do you get peace of mind? Behold, I see the new thyself I want to be. This is what you got to tell yourself. Figure out what kind of motto you're going to live by. Like mine is, be the best you, and all good will come back to you. That's just karmic way of living. And not getting involved with all the things out there that don't make you feel good. That's conscious thinking, not subconscious thinking. Subconscious is the storehouse of the mind of your experiences that get triggered by your five senses. Your see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. When you get away from that and you start living by your 10% of who you are as a person, conscious thinking, deciding and believing in who you are, knowing thyself, you can only manifest from that. And this is what will make you truly happy. Do the things you are passionate about, because they are not random. They are your calling. They are your uniqueness. They are the guidepost to the destiny you've always wanted. But most people are afraid to do that. They don't actually believe, due to that subconscious thinking of experiences, that they're actually worthy to receive the love they want, that they're worthy to receive the income that they want, that they're worthy to create the dreams that they want. Does all of this make sense? When you only follow thyself, when you know thyself, and you follow that every day without believing in what happened to you, but what you can make happen for you, that's when life will change. Because guess what you've changed? Your energy direction of thought. Therefore, attracting only who you are. You don't get what you want. You get what you are. And if you're projecting out every day hurt, pain, sadness, resentment, guilt, you're going to get back hurt, pain, sadness, and guilt as your life around you, and events and circumstances. Does all of this kind of grapple in your mind? That karmic wheel of living starts with the karmic wheel of thinking. And it's something for you guys to really ponder. I can go on for hours on this shit, because people ask me all the time, why does this better work? I say, what are you thinking about all day long? And when they mention what they're thinking about all day long, I'm like, okay, does that make sense? Do you see why things are happening? It's hard for people to realize because they can't see it. I get it. It's the only thing that changed me was when I changed me, how I saw life. Behold, I see. That's what they're saying. They're not just being these esoteric set of words that are set out in different places in different ways. They're giving us a stern warning. And they're saying, guys, like I try to do at America's Mentor on a more casual kind of way. I hate to see people hurt, man. I don't want to see anybody sad or upset. I don't want to see anybody projecting their pain on anybody else. Stop being a participant and start observing. When you start observing, you start learning about yourself and what you're attracting in your life. When you start observing your thoughts, you'll start observing what you're bringing to you. It's going to blow you away. It's going to say, I really think like that? Because this stuff is not random. The universe is not random. It only follows who you are. And we'll say, okay, who you are is this, and we're going to bring you more of this. And when you grasp hold of that, it's a big smack in the face saying, whoa, this is what I'm attracting in my life, because here's one of the words not in the quote box. It's called direction, guidance, or supervision of action or conduct. Wherever you're directing or pointing your energy at in thought, feeling, and action, you're going to get back in thoughts, feelings, and actions in your life. And when you start realizing that, you can't blame life anymore. People actually start taking responsibility for their actions. Why are things happening? It's because I thought them that way, and I believed them that way, and I went out there and started doing things that way. When you change that way, you get a different, hence direction, a new guidance of supervision of thoughts. And this is the beauty of it. You don't have to live in shit anymore. You don't have to live in sadness and fear or guilt anymore, because you're not that person. The reason why it's happening because you actually think you're that person. You're not. You're better than that. We're all better than that. We're all a fucking prize in this world. We all deserve better. And I'm just here to tell you, I'm living proof of living both sides of the spectrum. It starts mentally, but then it gradually evolves into your physicality on the outside world. It evolves as you as a person. And it's a beautiful feeling knowing that you can observe life now and pick and choose where you want to go just by your thought of it. Because what you pick and choose is going to be your realities, guys. So I'm going to let you guys go. It's getting late. I can talk on this. I had so many more notes. I can talk on this shit all night. But guys, really think about it. What's your motto? What do you live by? You know, a lot of you live by, I can't trust people. Okay. You expect to get more of that in your life because that's what you believe. That's your, motto is a short expression of guiding principle. It's your core belief. When you develop a new motto about yourself, when you develop a new person of who you are, that's what you attract in life, guys. So enjoy your Thursday. America's Mentor _radio on Instagram at America's Mentor Next, guys. Please follow me, Jerry Maldonado Chu, for unique information that'll help you to your destination. I hope this helps because I don't like to see anybody in pain. Because the physical pain usually starts with a lot of mental pain. There's a lot of people suffering in silence. And to me, there's a way out, guys. It's just following what you're passionate about, only doing that in your life, and you attract the direct opposite of you, the direct person that is just like you, or situations just like you. Not the opposite, Jared. What the hell are you talking about? But think about it for yourself, guys. As I say, be the best you, and all good will come back to you. Have a great night, guys.